Hey, today I'm going to demo how to use FeatureSpec, but before I do that, I want to explain what FeatureSpec is. So, FeatureSpec is an AI-powered feature specification platform that aims to eliminate the number one cause for project delays, which is unclear requirements. So, the problem we aim to solve is 73% of software projects fail due to unclear or changing requirements. Product teams also waste 40% of their time rewriting specs and clarifying scope. And dev teams lose up to 60% of their productivity due to incomplete or ambiguous feature documentation. Scope creep cost organizations an average $2.3 million per failed project. So FeatureSpec aims to transform vague ideas into comprehensive implementation ready feature specs using AI powered assistants and proven templates. I'm going to be creating a smart notification feature for a banking app. So let me show you FeatureSpec in action. First, you create a new project. That would be banking app. We're gonna skip the description section for now. We can move into creating a feature for that project. So this feature is going to be called Smart Notification. So let me enter that. So now we could use AI to generate the rest of this information, the overview, the problem we're trying to solve, and our solution. Okay, there is the information it generated. You could also fill this in yourself. So let's move on to the user stories. We're just gonna rush through this. We're gonna generate 3 user stories based on this feature we're trying to implement. Or you can always add user stories yourself. As a user, I want to configure my notification preferences so that I receive alerts that are important to me. If you like any of these or all of them, you could just accept all, or you could accept them individually. Let's just accept them all. So this talks about a regular user, manager, and admins. So then let's go to the business rules. Let's generate the business rules. Business rules are operational guidelines, constraints, and policies for your feature. So these look good. Let's accept them. So now let's talk about the core functionality. The core functionalities are services or APIs or functions that we need for this feature. Let's go ahead and generate and see what we get. Okay, so it's finished generating. Now let's look at what we have here. So now we have the smart notification system. So these are some things that we need. We need configure user notification preferences as a function. It takes in these parameters and return these values. So that's pretty cool. We could also add these ourselves manually, but why do that when we have AI? Next, we're going to generate the data model. Data models are entities and properties for those models related to this feature. Okay, looks like it's done. Let's go ahead and accept that. So we can make it easier to view. We could look at the ERD diagram and see how this data model connects all the fields we decided to add. Keep in mind, we don't have to use AI to generate this stuff, but we can always use AI to make it faster. So now let's go to the views. Views are pages or forms or anything that this feature would need for the user to interact with. So here are the views being generated. So we have 3 views. Let's go ahead and accept those. And now let's move on to the acceptance criteria. Let's go ahead and generate 5 acceptance criteria. Basically, everything that's being generated takes in consideration everything that you've done so far and all of the other features related to this project. So let's see, we generated 5. Let's go and keep that. And then these are dependencies. Dependencies are what does this feature need? Sometimes it could be, you could write whatever you want here, but this could be external dependencies or internal dependencies. So we went with external dependencies for most of these. All right, so let's generate the feature. All right, let's create the feature. All right, great. So now we can see the smart notification feature. Here is the overview for the smart notification feature. We can look through the core functionality, see what we have. We have our data models. We have the UI, the views that we will be building. We have the user stories, acceptance criteria for testing, business rules, and with this, we could generate product backlog items for whichever platform that we are using. Okay, so our product backlog items have been generated. So we generated 16 items. We one epic, 10 stories, and these are the story points that we assign to these items. Let's look through some of the PBIs that were generated. So this PBI talks about configuring the basic notification preference. It gives a description and a few acceptance criteria, and we could go through those, but for the sake of this video, let's continue. So then the last thing is we could generate diagrams based on this feature. So now let's look at the last feature, diagrams. We could generate diagrams for the feature, explain how everything connects, how it all works together. And this looks pretty solid, so we'll keep it. What's really cool about this is we could use this as internal documentation for all of our features under this specific project. So if you ever forget what feature works, or let's say we wanted to rewrite the application into a new stack, we could come here and understand exactly why we made the decisions we made and how to implement them. So that's Feature-Spec in a whole. You can look through our roadmap, our plans for the future, but that's pretty much it.